It's Riverdale. Schramm against Shield from River Valley. So we'll stay with you, Chuck.
All right, and as Kirk said, semifinal here now at 106 pounds. Schramm from Riverdale, the top seed, wrestling against Shield from River Valley, is the number 5 seed. As they go out of bounds, again, championship bracket now 2-2-2s. Schramm, a freshman, at 11-0.
Pinned down there by Barnes. Burns.
Over Birkland, yep.
And Shield from River Valley, a sophomore, at 5-2.
Well, thanks for joining us here once again as we begin the semifinal round here. Both championship and consolation side here at Richland Center. We're also finishing up some of the quarterfinals consolation, which you'll see on mat 1 and on mat 3 and 4.
Yep. Only got the one semifinal going and consolation on the other 3.
Schramm leading 7-0, and he's going to pick up another couple points here at the end of the period.
Down on mat number 1, as Ken said, we have Caden Courier from Riverdale, the non-point scorer. He's taking on Benjamin Hansen in a consolation round match there at 285. Still have Moore and Whitaker. That just keeps going back and forth there. Are they finally to a final? Maybe they are. Whitaker wins that one 12-11.
Donnybrook.
Yep. Back to that semifinal though.
All right, Schramm ahead by a score of 11-0. Starting the second period.
Freshman against sophomore here, but that freshman
he's tough.
9-0 already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Leading 14-0 here in the semifinals. This weight class with just 7 competitors today.
Final here on mat number 4, and that's Pickering from GET at 190, getting a 9-4 win. Kind of see where we're going to at least do another. Oh, we got Hornet against Hornet down there on mat number 4 going to happen at 285.
Oh, wow.
That'll be Bindle against Kleppy down there. We'll make Ken keep us up to date on that Hornet match.
Schramm able to come up with a tech fall, 18-0.
Wow.
At the 2-minute and 51 mark.
What a freshman there that they got. He came in when he got the, well, records helped him there, but he came in as the number 1 seed. Then we have Caden Coleman out here on mat number 3 at a 215-pound wrestleback. He takes on Caden Mars from Baraboo. Then we got the center against center down there on mat number 4. And down we still have Courier from Riverdale and Hansen. I don't know, you must have, yeah, you're going to get another semifinal, I believe, out here.
That's track putting them out there. Who do we got?
I'm thinking, well, maybe it's going to be a wrestleback.
At 113.
Oh, 113.
Wilkinson?
Yeah, it might be semifinal then if it's that.
And who is the opponent? Is that from Cochran Fountain City?
Yes, that's what it is. Lambert from Cochran Fountain City, yes.
All right, so semifinal 113 on mat number 2. It's going to be Declan Lambert, Cochran Fountain City.
Yes, it is.
At 7-3, he is a junior, the number 3 seed, wrestling against number 2 seed, Hunter Wilkinson. He's a freshman from Riverdale at 9-1.
There was an interesting move there. Both of them trying to get something, and they came up to where Lambert was sprawled on his back, and his official Mike Nicolotti did a nice job of calling potentially dangerous there, because that could have not worked out well for one of those young men.
Well, with the 106-pound weight class coming up here, we can talk about our sponsors with 106, Ash Creek Plumbing, Heating, and Electric. Just east here on Highway 14, Dale Wallace and Ash Creek Plumbing and Heating and Electric crew wishing all the best to everyone. Advanced Pump and Well Solutions, 278 West Court Street, right here in downtown Richland Center. Be sure to give Shelley or Larry a call, 608-647-2345.
I wonder if Coach Coleman and Seep will count this as the wrestle off.
Yeah,
Who
maybe.
goes to the bi-state? Although I know Bindle's trying to get down to 215, and I don't know if that's for the bi-state or not.
Oh, okay.
Got to come back to that semifinal. Back to you, Chuck.
All right, we're at 0-0 yet. Ten seconds remaining in the first period. Close to coming up with a takedown though. And we'll go into the second period. 0-0 between Lambert from Cotton Fountain City, the number 3 seed, and Hunter Wilkinson from Riverdale, the number 2 seed. 113 pounds.
I just noticed here at 106, I was looking at the names there. There's 2 Schroms there, and they're both freshmen, so I wonder if they're twins.
They are.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
and both of them undefeated.
Yeah, I think the young man from Iowa Grant beat
Wineski
I think he
beat
beat
Schramm?
the other
Okay.
one, yeah. Now we got our other semifinal going on down there. When you know the computer would kick out then. That is at 106. Come on, computer. That is,
Schramm.
oh my God, but that's, no, that is Wrestleback. That's Schramm against Jaden Page. So that is a Wrestleback there at 106.
And then we just had Ithaca Weston just picked up a win on mat 3.
That was
And-
at 215, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was Coleman, I believe, if I remember right. It'll come up here in a second. Now we moving up to, except for the mat 4, which that'll go there pretty quick too, is Kleppe comes through with a pin down there over Bindle. So now, as we mentioned, semifinal there. Now we're going to go to a semifinal on mat number 3, 2, and that is Braden Hale Tomey from Reedsburg taking on Cale Pollock at 113. And then I think that's our Wineski match down there against Tomey. Yes, it is on mat number 4. And that'd be Blake Champlin down there. So we got 2 semis and 3 semis, and we're back to Chuckville.
All right, we're at 3-0 yet in the second period, 40 seconds remaining. And now it's going to be a score of 3-2 with a reversal.
Oh, and he does have an impressive record. There's another freshman from Reedsburg at 113. He's now 16-0.
Wow.
He gets a first period pin there.
That was at
13.
13.
At 13.
Yeah, he was the number 1 seed.
Okay, yeah.
He got the pin over Toma there.
Over Pollock, huh?
Yeah. Reedsburg's got some impressive athletes here again today.
Pollock is obviously a familiar name in wrestling, especially in that Toma area.
Down there then on mat number 4, where we have the fine freshman from Iowa Grant, Griffin Wineski, taking on Blake Chaplin, number 2 seed, a freshman from Toma. So that's going to be a good match down there. And right now it's 3-0 in favor of Chaplin. 3-2 in that quarterfinal that Chuck's got. Then at 120 in a semifinal just coming out here. We got Desmond Severson from Baraboo. He takes on Coda Perney. And Perney owns a 3-1 lead there. Down on mat number 1, Schramm, the freshman we talked about earlier, he's leading the consolation match down there. 17, I must have just tech called him, so that match is over now.
Lambert, the semifinal match at 113, leads now 6-2. We just have hit the 1-minute mark of the third period. Make it now 6-3. In neutral, Lambert from Cochran Fountain City and Wilkinson from Riverdale.
Down there on mat number 1, I'll keep an eye on that one because that's Kate Stibbe coming out there, and he's going to be wrestling a young man from Ithaca Weston. look at his name in just a second as the computer updates.
It'll be interesting to see what happens here now. Wilkinson with another takedown with 30 seconds to go. If he's just going to go let it go neutral and try to get a takedown here, or what happens? It's going to be an escape. Wilkinson trails 7-6. 15 seconds to go, third period. Wilkinson working with a Russian tie. Now hooks in a leg, and there looks like it should be a takedown.
He's going to have to get a little more control there. He's got, because the other kids.
Well, time is out, and as Kurt called it, didn't have quite enough control.
He still had young man from CFC. Lambert still had a pretty good hold on Wilkinson's leg.
So Lambert will move on into the championship match against Braden Heltomi from Reedsburg at 113.
Yep.
Looking down on mat number 4, we've got a little bit of a timeout here. I don't know if it's the clock situation or what it is. Toma and Isle Grant Highland at 106. Is that a Consolation side?
No, that's a semifinal
That
down
is the
there.
semi
That's Champlin.
Oh, that's Champlin. Okay.
He's winning 3-0. Then in the other match here, we have another semifinal at 120, and that's Perney leading 3-2. Then Stibbe down there wrestling on mat number 1. They're in the starting the second period, and it's 0-0. And now we have a consolation final coming out on Chuck's mat here at 113. That's Braden Baca. He's taking on Cyprian Klein from Cashton.
Thanks to our sponsors for the 113-pound weight class, Mick Cosgrove and crew. It's Capital Wealth Advisory right here in Richland Center. Appreciate their wonderful support. Ameriprise Financial Services. And our thanks also going out to, well, how about that, the Cashton Wrestling Club. They want to remind you of the Cashton Wrestling Invitational coming up on February 1st. That'll be on the Cashton Twitch channel. All-day tournament on Saturday, February 1st. I'm gonna pull Scott Milsna out and have him help out on that day. So get him ready for some tournament action.
You got to drag him off that big dairy up there.
Yeah.
Have him let go of those cows for a few hours and come over and help you call some wrestling, huh?
There you go.
Consolation match between Vaca and Klein. 0-0 going into the second period.
0-0 down on mat 1, 3-2 still on mat 3, and 7-0 down there on Chuck's mat with Champlin over the fine freshman from Iowa Grant Highland, Weinske.
On mat 4, it's now 10-0.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see what the scoring maneuver was, but
kind of feeling them out in your match, aren't they, Chuck?
Yeah, it seems like it. Not a lot of aggressiveness so far.
Two young men still trying to establish themselves, a freshman and a sophomore.
Championship bracket. The people that lose this round will be going for third and fourth a little bit later after the break.
Yep.
And the ones that come in the consolation bracket, the winners will be going for fifth and sixth. The losers of this round will be going for seventh and eighth.
Yep, in the consolation side here, yep.
113, you got a pin over there.
Yeah, Klein, Cyprian Klein from Cashton.
Wow, he must have caught him there when we were updating things.
Got him in a cradle.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck was doing such a great job updating. And I didn't even see it. Luckily, you saw it. The fans saw it. That's the main thing, is the fans got to see it. So now it looks like we're going to maybe be moving. Oh, that's probably a wrestle back there again, too. A consolation match. It's going to be basketball against Toma. Still no score down on mat number 1. Perney now still leading 7-3.
On mat number 2, as Kurt said, Grayson Steen from Toma, a freshman wrestling against Ashton Udeloven from Boscobel. Consolation match at 120.
We had
Nice
a
takedown by Udeloven.
We had a Udelhoven from River Ridge too, didn't we?
Yes.
So I
Yep.
thought we did. There's a final down there as Chaplin wins that one. 14-0 there to move on to the finals at 106. So we're set there at 106 as far as the first and third. Down there we finally have a score, mat number 1, 1-0. Moving down to mat number 4 down there. We're up to 120 down there.
Udeloven from Boscobel with the lead 3-0 as they go to the second period at 120 pounds Consolation.
Semi-final down there. That should be a barn burner then, Ken. You're going to have to get you watching that. That's trainer Curtin, the senior, who's undefeated, taking on Aiden Weigel, the sophomore, where we saw earlier they wrestled a heck of a match.
Yes.
But right now it's trainer out with a 3-1 lead and now a 6-1 lead, I believe.
Our 120 pounds weight class sponsors, Checkered Flag out of Reedsburg. Call 608-542-8899. Talk to Tim or Brenda McMillan for all your team apparel. Thank you, Checkered Flag, for your wonderful support of Reedsburg and other high school wrestling around the area for over 26 years. I tell you what a great job they continue to do. And our thanks to Century 21. Talked about a wrestling family. It's the Brenninger family, Paul Brenninger, Chris, and the crew right outside of town here on Highway 14 East. We appreciate their support. Check them out for your next dream home.
This is a heck of a match up here. These two wrestled in the Royal Finals. Ethan Haiti from Richland Center taking on Parker Millsnell. Millsnell's 14-1 as a junior. His only loss was to Haiti up there at the Royal Tournament. It was a really close match until the third period, and then Haiti kind of dominated then. But right now it's 3-1 in favor of Haiti. Looked like he was going to score there, Haiti, but now Millsnell hanging on pretty strongly to that leg. Haiti's got to break that hole or step around behind and step over something to get out of here to get the points he's looking for. Right now it could happen as he's getting close. Yep, 4-3 now in favor of Haiti with 18 seconds to go. Back to you, Chuck.
All right, I'm 12-2 in our score here. Quick question for you. The Haiti boy that's wrestling here, would that be relation to Pete Haiti that we know?
I believe his father is a nephew to Pete.
Okay.
You know, it's how I understand. I always thought at first that he was maybe more than that, but then somebody clarified to me that the one who's coaching the team right now and his assistant are cousins.
We got a 17-4 score down here on mat number 4. My goodness, I tell you what, trainer Curtin is really on top of things right now in his matchup with Belmont Platteville in Aiden Weigel.
You know, Ken, did Curtin place at state last year?
You know, I cannot remember.
He's almost doing a takedown clinic, and that's the end of the match there.
That's the tech fall, yep.
He's definitely looking like he's going to be favored to be a 4-time titleist here, the way he's wrestling right now. Down there, and we got a 5-5 score there as they went overtime, and you guys saw it, but I just catching up to the end here is Caden Stibbe gets the takedown in overtime and wins 8-5. Congratulations to him as he moves on to the placement rounds.
Wow, good for him, yeah.
15-2, Udeloven with the advantage in the third period.
You have to be careful now. I see my daughters in here working crowd control.
Don't want to get thrown out of here.
I know I got thrown out of here. Pretty soon the granddaughter's going to be in here too. So
Our 126-pound weight class, our two sponsors, Dairyland Transportation. Thanks to Joe Hall and his wonderful crew since 1995. Dairyland Transportation, committed to supporting area agricultural community. And Coon Valley Telecommunications, Central Avenue in Coon Valley, bundle and save, internet, TV, and phone systems. There are your sponsors so far for our particular weight classes. 132 coming up in just a little bit.
Another fine Reedsburg wrestler out here, Cade Parrish, out there, a senior, 14-1, as he takes on a tough opponent from GET, Colton Koss, a junior, 12-0 in that match. Right now it's 3-0. Oh, right, got some more scoring though. 3-2 in favor of Parrish. 4-3 in Hades' match here as we had some blood time. Big score in your match though, right, Chuck?
15-4. Big decision here going to be taken by Ashton Udeloven from Boscobel. The last 15 seconds of this match.
Down on mat number 1. I get my computer to go there. We have a consolation match going on now. At 120, Wyatt McGuire takes on Conley Vogel, a freshman from Holman Reserves. Blood time still on mat 3. Barn burner on mat 4. A result on mat 2.
Yeah, 15-4 the final there for Udeloven.
Okay.
Koss down there on mat number 4 with Parrish. You guys mentioned it's going to be a great matchup. It's a 3-2 score right now with Parrish holding on to the lead.
Nice reversal you just saw there from Haiti. Did a nice stand up and then it did a standing power back to the mat to get that reversal. Now he leads 6-3 with 50 seconds to go here in the second period. Parker is definitely a solid opponent for him, and they're going to bump into each other a couple more times this year.
On mat number 2 now, it's Lakota Brewer, I believe, from Riverdale, and his opponent is from
GT,
GT.
Brody Bancy.
Bancy?
I don't know, you pronounce every way you want. You got the match.
All right. Brody wrestling against Lakota.
Bancy looks pretty good to me.
Bancy does, yes. Number 1 and number 4 seeds. Brewer, undefeated sophomore. 12-0. Brody Bancy, also a sophomore, now at 9-3.
More points down there in your match, right? A reversal there by Koss, I believe. And now he's out in front, 4-3. New match down on mat number 1. That's Consolation at 126. That's Trayton Renish taking on Cale Finch. Renish out in front, 3-0. And as soon as I say that, look down there. You guys got to watch it. Treston, excuse me, it's Treston Renish. Treston just scored a fall in 27 seconds in the first period.
What weight class was that?
That was at 126 Consolation.
Oh, okay.
Haiti now back to action. 35 seconds to go here in this second period. I'll get it right here in a second. He's trying to ride him out here and go into the third period.
Down the last 15 seconds of this first period between Brewer and Bancy, no score. And championship bracket, 132 pounds, semifinal.
Earlier we had McGuire was your winner down there on mat number 1 from Riverdale. He beat Vogel from Holman. Winding down here in the second period now. Haiti holds a 6-3 lead as they go into the third period. And Milsna's going to choose up. He feels good on his feet. Semi-final down on mat number 1 as that gets started at 138. Peyton Olberg taking on Cam Spenceley. That should be another barn burner down there. As Olberg, I believe, got the first takedown.
Parrish in that down position, really having a tough time getting out from underneath of Koss, who has a real deep, tight waist.
Nice job by Haiti to score another takedown, and so now he extends that lead to 9-3 over Parker Mills from Cashton.
Going to go into period number 3. Again, a 4-3 score here. Parrish with the choice and says neutral.
You're having a hard time finding points in your match, aren't you, Kim?
You know,
Or
I
Chuck.
tell you what.
I meant Chuck.
Oh, Chuck.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
even here, they're hard to come by.
No.
Good battle.
We're still at 0-0, and we're midway, just about midway in the second period at 1:32 between Brewer and Bancy. There's 2.
Double leg shot, but over on mat 4, but Parrish able to sprawl back out of there.
Stalling point given there to Haiti. We're winding down the last 35 seconds of that bout. 6-1 down there, Oberger against Spenceley. Another scramble you got, right, Chuck?
Yeah. Escape given, but Brewer's going to take the advantage on that, and he'll come up with a takedown. Yep. 5-1 Brewer.
Boy, Misna gets nailed for stalling again. Again, like the last time they met, Ethan really turned it on in the second half of the match.
Now, Ethan, is he then brother to Emma? was
Yes,
it?
yes.
And what is Emma doing?
She's at the University of Oshkosh wrestling there.
Okay.
That's good to see. Ethan comes up with a fine 11-3 win there, and he moves on to the finals.
Third period now, 5-1. Brewer with the lead over Bancy. Again on mat number 2 at 132 pounds, championship semifinal.
Down the last 15 seconds down there in mat number 4. Real close to something could get scored here. Wow, they're just tremendous action. Wow, what a great lateral there by Koss.
That was quite the throw.
He's going to win that match. I don't know if he's coming from behind to do it or just solidified his lead.
He had the lead by 1.
Okay. He ends up winning 7-3 down there. Great match there.
Koss with the choice, or check that, Parrish with the choice to begin period number 3 and chose neutral, and he had felt pretty good on his feet and looked pretty good as well.
Down here on mat number 3 now, we have a wrestleback, and that's Jesse Kastner from Belmont Platteville as he takes on Hayden Altman. Then on mat 1, it's 6-1 down there now. Blood time there, so we'll go back to Chuck.
All right, we're at 5-1. We're under a minute to go in the third period at 1:32. Brewer from Riverdale with the lead, 5-1.
Looks like we're up to 132 down on mat number 4. And that would be Lucas Christensen in the wrestleback against Brock Barrett from Richland Center. So that's a wrestleback at 132 there. So we got 2 semifinals going on here at the upper end and 2 wrestlebacks going back on here on mats 3 and 4. So we're moving about halfway through, getting close to that point anyway through this round. Then we should be set up for our championship/placement matches. And even closer yet to our Hall of Fame. So if you're thinking at all about coming for the Hall of Fame ceremony, I would say you got yourself less than 30 minutes to get here and enjoy that. You got a fall there, don't you, Chuck?
With 5 seconds remaining, Dakota Brewer from Riverdale moves on into the championship matches at 1:32.
Are they going to do the Hall of Fame before the lunch break?
They'll do it during the lunch break.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
Oh.
they have to.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not going to come back, you know, and hopefully the people
didn't
that
know
want to see it will stick around and,
Yeah.
and the other people will go to lunch.
Yeah.
I guess that's going to be a new thing they talked about. I was talking to one of the head officials up at the Bi-State. That's something new they're going to do up there this year. Is they're really not going to stop for awards during the tournament. Because they're trying to get a lot of women's action and men's action in that tournament in 2 days. And so they're going to just alternate between men and women finals.
I see.
And go that way and not have really awards ceremony. Well, they're going to have them, but they're not going to stop action for them.
Okay.
All right, now on mat number 2 at 132 pounds, the other semifinalist, Ethan Stoll from Weston Ithaca. The number 3 seed, the junior, with a record of 9-1. He's wrestling against Briggs Weigel, the number 2 seed.
This was the young man we were really impressed with the earlier round here.
Yep, the freshman from Belmont Platteville with a record of 16-2. The 2 and number 3 seeds going at it here at 132.
Ethan Stoll, though, he's having a fine year too. Trying not to lock his hands here right now.
He realized where he was, didn't he?
Yep.
And that is a jackalope on the back of his singlet.
Yep. And Coach Clary came up and clarified things for us.
We got to win Iowa Grand Highland at 126 in a tech fall here.
That's Hayden Altman, freshman, getting a win there. He moves on in the consolation round. Christensen winning down there against Barrett 10-0. And Olberg still winning in his match 6-1. But we're going to go back to Chuck again.
All right, 40 seconds remaining in the first period. And it's a scramble. 3-0 yet Stoll with the advantage over Weigel.
That's a fun one to watch right now. If you're sitting at home, you want to watch mat number 2.
Junior from Weston Ithaca, Stoll, and Weigel, freshman, good freshman for Belmont Platteville.
I'd say he's not wrestling like a freshman right now. No. We've seen already today some very fine freshmen in these lower weight classes.
Oh, Weigel in with a low single. He's going to get the takedown right at the end of the period. He's going to take a 4-3 lead into the second.
Christensen knocking on the door for a tech fall down on mat 4.
And he's kind of dominated down there. 10-1 now, Olberg over Spenceley on mat number 1 at 138. We got 2 132s. Excuse me, 3 and 138 semifinal going on right now.
Titan Wrestling Club, one of our weight class sponsors for 132 pounds, multi-time state team tournament participant, looking to try and get there once again this year. Genuine Telecom, providing great internet service for the city of Richland Center. Hope you're enjoying today's Wrestling Invitational. And Open Season Hunting Outlet, thanks to Andy and Jody out here at 182 North Main Street. When it comes to all your hunting supply needs, tell you what, they're doing a great job there. Recreational shooting, of course, all the way to chasing the big game, everything in between. Thanks to Andy and Jody. We are moving into that 138-pound weight class as well. That is Harchie Lumber, looking for top quality products for your next renovation or construction project. Be sure to contact Scott Parrish, Harchie Lumber, and Iowa Grand Highland Wrestling Club, one of the top Division III schools in the state, not just in our area, but in the state. Just wishing all the best to them, and of course, the toughest conference in the state, everyone feels, SWC and SWAL. That's always a barn burner for a clash, isn't it?
Always is every year.
Yeah.
Again, thanks to you, Ken, for putting that together 30 years ago.
Well, we sat in a room and kind of figured that one out. You had a good game plan.
Well, it was your idea. So.
You got quite a match going on there, Chuck.
It's 4-3. 4-3, yeah.
Not a lot of score in this period, but they're really going after each other.
Yeah.
Oh, a Spladle here on mat 3.
And Weigel with a half Nelson, and Weigel's going to come up with back points, if not the pin.
Oh,
he will come up with a pin.
What
Time of 3:49.
What an impressive freshman.
Briggs Weigel. Weigel Brewer in the championship match at 132.
Yeah, 1 against 2. That'll be an interesting match. Right now, the way they look, I'd kind of put some money on that freshman.
It's going to be a great match.
Yep.
Got the
for sure.
door open above us again.
Yep. That'll wake you up in a hurry
Boy,
if
it
you're
does.
dozing off, you know. Now we go on mat number 2. This should be a wrestleback match here
Yeah.
at 138. Down on mat number 1 is Consolation match at 138. That's Peyton Smith from Toma against Aiden Bedward from Iowa Grand Highland. In Chuck's match, we got Maverick Arneson from CFC. He's wrestling Kyle Wassinger from Richland Center. Kind of watch that one because a Richland Center wrestler out there. And then mat number 3, we still have Hayden Mickelson. He's got a nice 9-3 or 12-5 lead over Tyler Maxwell, River Valley. But although River Valley is working right now for a fall, could be a pretty good comeback win here for him. And then down there we have a Consolation semifinal. There's the fall, though. What a comeback there from Maxwell. He was losing in that match 12-5 and came back with a reversal and a fall to move himself on against Mickelson. We have down on mat number 4 now, we have Evan Johnson. They wrestle back at 144 from Toma, taking on Max Kelly from Iowa Grand Highland. Is that 10-1 in that match?
Yep, 10-1,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Wassinger trailing 3-1 as they go into the second period. Consolation match at 138.
All
Wassinger from
Consolation
Richland
out there
Center.
right now.
All of them, okay.
except for mat 3, because that I know is Brody Meese out there now. They hasn't come up on the computer yet.
Our 144-pound weight class. Our sponsors right here in Richland Center out on Highway 14 is Jones Chevrolet. Thanks to Ryan Jones and family. Sales and service, call them today. Find out what they have for new and pre-owned vehicles. And the Ithaca Weston Wrestling Club, the reminder it's Saturday, March 8th. It's a youth folk style wrestling tournament. A new site, it will be at Weston Middle School. A girls division as well, $20 registration, which closes on March 7th. Free admission for spectators, concessions all day. 9:30 wrestling will start, no USA card. Hope to see you there.
This was that match we talked about earlier in the semifinal, excuse me, the quarterfinals. Matchup between Brody Meese, the junior 10-1 at 144, taking on Jay Stetzer, the junior 11-1. 2 against 3 here. That's the only semifinal action we got going on right now. 5-4, Iowa Grant, Aiden Bedward down on mat number 1. And then 13-1 now. No, I guess now it ended. 17-1. Mr. Kelly advances there in the consolation bracket at 144.
Wassinger trailing 7-1 in the last 10 seconds of the second period.
Down there now we have another semifinal on mat number 4. We have Tyler Kismore from Belmont Platteville taking on Brock Hinderman in a key match here. Just happened to glance at the team scores here, Ken, as we get pretty close to being halfway through the semifinals. And we got GET out in front, 206. Belmont Platteville at 199.5 and Iowa Grant at 190. So wow, it's going to be an interesting team race here as we get towards the finals.
Those championship round or placement round, those face-to-face matchups are going to be pretty crucial.
Wassinger trailing 9-1. Minute and a half to go third period.
No score in the semifinal match. Oh, we do have a score. We've got an escape here. and that's in favor of Meese. He's out in front as we start the second period, 1-0 in that match. And they are really going after each other. Hinderman down there, I believe he's the one taking the injury timeout. Just to tweak the shoulder a little bit. Oh, Kismore got the takedown. It's 3-0 down there. Now we're moving up another weight class down here. Now putting on some pressure there. Now we have the other Weagle down there in another semifinal on mat number 1. That's Dylan Weagle as he takes on Hudson Jablonski from Reedsburg, a sophomore with a 12-3 record as they get going there. So now we got 3 semifinals going on and only 1 consolation. Big toss down there by Kismore.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a match over there on mat 4.
Now Hinderman looking for his toss. Ooh, a nice snap down there by Stetzer. He almost got Milsner there, but Milsner fights it off and go out of bounds again with 19 seconds to go. So we got some barn burner semis going on here right now, and you have an end to your match, though.
17-1. Kismore, excuse me, Kismore, listen to you. Wassinger on the short side of that match versus Arneson from Cochran Fountain City.
Jits are in deep trying to get that last second takedown. Can Meese hold him off? Oh, he's got it deep. Oh, nice job. He fought that off. At the end there, Stetzer was in deep on a double leg and almost got it for the 3-point takedown. But now Meese has got to ride him for the third period. Now we might be a semifinal out here.
I got another consolation semifinal.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think.
Yeah. There's a consolation semi. Derek Franzen from Ithaca Weston against Colton Williams from Iowa Grant. Well, that was River Valley. You know, those River Valley uniforms and Ithaca Weston uniforms are really close together.
They are. As long as you don't have the jackalope on the back, they're pretty close.
Yeah, the jackalope, that one's pretty obvious now that we got that one figured out. I like that uniform. It is pretty cool.
It is.
Down there we have Dylan Weagle on mat number 1 leading 7-1 as they go into the second period down there. Oh, a nice switch there by Stitzer as he got Brody Meese a little bit overextended and takes a 2-1 lead now with a minute to go. Now it's Meese has got to get out. Good call there. Had armbar in, no real way for Brody to protect himself. Restart, 50 seconds to go. 9-2 down there with Hinderman and Kismore. Oh, a nice step off there by Meese. He's at least going to get out and get 1 here. And it's going to be tied again. So it's going to come down to that takedown. Got a deep back hook there. I don't really think that's, of course, the Mises, I always got to remember, they really like Greco-Roman style stuff. So, oh, there was a comeback there. A takedown, right? It's hard to watch all this great action. Hinderman scored a fall down there against Kinsmore. And Brody Meese got taken down here. Mr. Isaacs, he's got his hands full, keeping everybody out there.
Yeah.
Franzen looking for a pin on mat number 2, wasn't able to get it, but he's going to take that score now to 9-0 with a minute remaining in the second period.
Hinderman was losing 9-2 down there and came back with that fall. That'll help Iowa Grant big time. Getting excited now, okay?
Franzen will come up with a pin. Time of 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
7-2 down there in the championship match. Escape now by, oh, he's going to run out of time. And Mies is going to go down here. And it's going to be Stetzer with a big win here at 144 for GET. Especially since they're out front in the team race too. Weigel winning on the other end down there. Oh, I thought he thought I was telling me I was talking too long, but he wanted me to turn his mic off. Now we're going to move to a championship match in your match.
All right.
That's Mason. Oh, that's going to be a barn burner. You're going to stay on that one.
That's Ulrich.
Yep, Ulrich against Imhoff. Imhoff, as you just mentioned, picked up his 100th win here in the last round.
Tyson Imhoff from Iowa Grand Highland. Senior now at 14, and senior with a record of 11-2. Mason Ulrich with a record of 9-2. Both men are seniors. Number 1, number 4 seed here at 157 on that number 2.
Only other match going on right now. I got maybe a glitch with the computers here, I think. But on the other end there, mat number 1, it's Dylan Weigel still winning 9-2. Back to Chuck.
All right. 157, mat number 2, no score. 45 seconds into this match.
Slight break in the action here on 3 and 4, although it looks like maybe now they're scrambling to get the computers back going. We're going to have action on at least mat number 4 and mat number
2 is still going at it. 3-0. Imhoff with a takedown, and now he's got Ulrich on his back. Close to coming up with a pin is Tyson Imhoff. And there will be the pin for Imhoff. He's into the championships at 157. Pin time of minute 22.
Good job by him.
I think Imhoff is ranked number 1, I believe, in the state in Division 3.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Cameron Finch in other semifinal action is in action against Tyler Larson at 150 pounds, mat 3. Consolation semifinals, mat 4. Scott Johnson from GET takes on Skylar Hankey down there in the other end there. Dylan Weigel wraps up a 13-2 win in his match, and he moves on to the finals. He'll take on Chase Stetzer from GET in the finals.
All right, at 165 on mat number 2, it's top seeded Jackson Bussey from Iowa Grant, a junior with a record of 12-2. He's wrestling against Hunter Alt from River Valley. He's a senior with a record of 12-6. Number 1 and number 5 seeds matching up here in the semifinals. Bussey with a takedown. Bussey, I think, is the top-ranked wrestler in the state in Division 3 at 165. I think Iowa Grand Highland has 3 wrestlers ranked number 1. Bussey just so flexible, those long arms, long legs.
Just really
just
quick
smooth.
like a cat, too.
Reminds me of another, who was the wrestler for Iowa Grand Highland a couple years ago that I think, is he wrestling for the Badgers now?
Oh, Max Mailer?
Max Mailer, yeah.
Yeah, Max
Boy,
was,
just
he was
smooth.
quick as a cat, too.
Smooth.
Yep. Okay, mat number 4 down there, we have Chase McGuire in a Consolation semifinal at 157. He takes on Joe Bwetter in that match down there. Then mat number 1, we have a Consolation semifinal. We have Josiah Klomowski. He takes on at 150, he takes on Merrick Windsor from GET. And then in our semifinal action in mat number 3, we have Wyatt Knockreiner from River Valley taking on Gunnar Johnson from GET. But we're going to stick with that mat 2 with Bussey
All
and
right,
Alt.
Bussey comes up with another near fall. It's now 14-1. The last 15 seconds of the first period at 165. Jackson Bussey wrestling against Hunter Alt. Bussey will take that 14-1 lead into the second period. Interesting to see where they start this second period. Alt's choice, he defers. Bussey decides to go in the top position, looking for a pin.
(3-0), Matt 4 favor as they go. Oh, 7-0, excuse me, in favor of Wetter.
Bussey with that cradle.
0-0 between Johnson and Knockreiner. Come to the end of the first period there. Bussey's almost like a machine out there right now, isn't he?
Yeah, it's non-stopper. And there's a foul. For Bussey, he moves into the championships.
At 165, right?
Yes, yep. You know,
should bring Waldner out here pretty quick as far as our other Ithaca wrestling. He's going to be down on mat number 1. This Windsor down there won his match from GT Tech Ball. So down there we have Nolan Windsor as he takes on Owen Nolan from Baraboo.
that's on mat number 2, right?
That's on mat number 1.
Oh, okay.
And mat number 2, yeah. Oh wait, it is on mat 2. Not my fault.
Okay.
I saw him
Owen
up.
Nolan from Baraboo.
Yep.
He's the number 3 seed. 8-2 junior, wrestling against Nolan Waldner from Western Ithaca. The number 2 seed is senior, undefeated at 10-0.
I have a consolation match on mat number 1. That's Aiden Hackney taking on Austin Bennett in a match down there from Ithaca Western. So that just started. Still no score in the Johnson Knockreiner match on mat number 3. And Joe down there on mat number 4 leading now 11-0. And now the match is over, so it must be a tech fall down there. He must have scored again. So Job is going to be moving on down there in that match at 157.
Owen Nolan from Baraboo with the takedown, leading 3-0 at just past the 1 minute mark of the first period. Wrestling against Nolan Waldner from Western Ithaca.
Getting that in tight, Chuck.
Yes.
There's
And
the
there's
fall.
the fall. Time of 1:29 for for Owen Nolan.
Still 0-0 here in Knockreiner and Gunnar Johnson match. Johnson came close to scoring a near fall, but didn't quite get it. Another consolation match down there on mat number 4. We have Landon Windsor from GET. He takes on Mason Mama Fleury from Holman. Now we have a semifinal on mat number 2, 175. That's Jackson McGuire against Caden Davis from Belmont Platteville. A senior against a senior there, Chuck.
And just underway, Jackson McGuire, the top seed in this 175-pound weight class. He is now 12-2 on the season. Caden Davis is also a senior at 14-3.
Austin Bennett came up with a fall down there in his consolation match on mat number 1. So quickly coming towards the end here as far as getting in those last few matches. And boy, are there some changes in the team score too, I see. Ira Green has all of a sudden bolted to the lead.
Well, they had so many here in the semis, and they still got a couple more yet too, and pick up those points to go from a guaranteed 4th already to a guaranteed 2nd.
Huge, yes.
It's huge, and
plus they've added some bonus points.
there's the other point. Yeah.
Still no score here with Knockreiner and Johnson. It's just, wow. Now finally we get a warning for stalling.
A no score between McGuire and Davis.
Wow. Yeah, but mine's in the third period with 35 seconds to go. Going to come down to who can score here, I think. Tremendous match here between the two of them. We're going to stick with them. We do have a consolation semifinal on both ends, but the last 32 seconds here in this mat number 3 has got to be interesting to watch. Chuck will update you on his.
All right, we've got Davis with a, I'm believing a takedown. Let's see here if, yep, takedown, he's going to get some back points. You know, Davis has really, really improved.
Oh, wow, Knockreiner lets him go here with 18 seconds to go.
He just let him go, or did he earn it?
Well,
wasn't going to fight it too much. It was going to be.
He just got warned for stalling.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're saying it was the second warning for stalling. So not, he's going to maybe be one for the stalling and one for the escape.
Really doesn't matter if it's. Well, who gets the point here?
Well, now they're going to let both of them talk to each other. But you're right, now with the scoring, it's not going to be
a takedown.
Yep. So now it should be 2-0, but here's where the new scoring is going to give Knockreiner a chance.
Davis leading 3-0. Excuse me, 6-0. Minute and 20 showing in the second period. That's again 175 on mat number 2.
Now we're back to action in the last 28 seconds here. Knockreiner's got to have the takedown. Now he's going to put the pressure on him. But Johnson, I don't know if he's been warned for stalling. He's doing a nice job of doing some nice snap downs here. Knockreiner's got to get underneath. 15 seconds to go. There's the warning for stalling, and that's a point, but that does to Johnson, unless he gives up the next one here. But now we're down with 5 seconds to go. He's got to make a shot, though, because if he keeps backing away here, he got a nice tie up here, and that's going to get him out of it.
Heck of a match.
Yes, it was. 2-1, Johnson comes through with the win there at 157, and he moves on to the finals. So now we got a semifinal out here. Still Davis leading that match 6-0. Chuck's watching that one. And down on mat number 4, we have William Kenlance. He's from Westby. He's taking on Ethan Bodendine from Richland Center. No score in that match. Mat number 1, it's Nathan Stoppelmore. He's winning in that match 16-3 now over Landon Udelhoven from River Ridge. We move around here a little bit. Chuck's going to take a little bit of break. At 6-0, I'll come back and watch his match. We still have Caden Davis winning in that match now as we're into the third period now. A 6-0 lead for Caden Davis over Jackson McGuire. The other 3 bouts now are consolation matches, although the one on mat number 1 is getting close to being over, 19-4, and that is the end of it. As soon as I saw that, that's got to be it. So that one ends with Stoppelmeyer from CFC getting the win there over Udelhoven of River Ridge. Mat number 4, that's still 0-0 there. And mat number 3 is a match that just got started with Briar Yelnick from Iowa Grand Highland taking on Emmer Simerson from River Ridge. Davis is doing a nice job riding, he's giving Jackson McGuire all he wants there. We're in the last minute of that championship match as far as who's going to go to the finals. Don't want to confuse you on championship match, but it's still part of the championship.
Yeah, championship side, right?
Yep, there you go.
You know, Kirk, if you want to go and grab something to eat, because I know you're going to be working with the Hall of Fame thing.
That's fine.
I just sent Chuck to go eat. I said, you better get a chance because we want to tape this Hall of Fame thing. So
That's fine.
I walked by there and I saw Dave Werman in there, and I'm like, I'm going to grab a quick hamburger. So I chowed that down and come running back in. So if you want to go grab something to eat, why?
I'll be fine. I got a big meal afterwards. I got to keep up with Buck afterwards. He's the big winner, so I got to make him buy, too.
There you go. Exactly. I hear you.
I saw him walking around here earlier, but I don't. Oh, there he is. Him and his dad up there standing together by the head table. That's pretty awesome. Over there on the right.
That's neat. Yep. Our thanks to another one of our sponsors, the 150-pound weight class, which has already gone by. Napa, get the good stuff. Napa Auto Parts right here in Richland Center, 890 U.S. Highway 14 East. And our thanks to Manio Dairy Farms. Contact my brother Randy or his wife Heidi when it comes to custom chopping, combining, all kinds of great things going on there. And at 152 pounds, we better catch up on that one. Phoenix Center, a great place for the class reunions, district meetings, all kinds of family fun. Great luncheon specials as well. And O'Reilly Auto Parts. Be sure to stop in there and check out the 13 area stores in, all the way from like Toma, Prairie du Chien, I don't know, 3 or 4 probably at up in the La Crosse area, but we thank O'Reilly Auto Parts for their support.
Move on to another semifinal action here at 190 on mat number 2. That's Stevie Meyer from CFC. He takes on Blake Brickle from River Valley. Back to you, Ken.
We got another sponsor, a couple of them at 165 pounds. We want to say thanks to Richland Electric, Vernon Electric, along with Scenic Rivers Electric Co-ops, always striving to bring patrons nothing but the best at an affordable price. Be sure to give any one of those 3, Vernon, Richland, or Scenic Rivers Electrical Co-ops a call. And our thanks to Reedsburg Wrestling Association. They're going to have a huge youth wrestling tournament coming up on Sunday, February 16th in 2025. Hard to believe, 2025, right around the corner. 500 wrestlers, 4 wrestler round robin, $25 entry fee. USA card is required. Custom-made medals. I'll bet you those are coming from Checkered Flag.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks to our sponsors at 165 pounds.
We have a wrestleback winner here, Briar Yelnick. He wins in a tech fall over Emerson Simerson from River Ridge, and he will move on to the placement action. Our semifinal action, no score there. Down on mat number 1, it's 6-1 in that semifinal action there. You should have caught that earlier. That's Gavin Hinderman down there winning 6-1 right now. 6-2 as he just gives up an escape against Braxton Walter from Reedsburg. So 2 semifinals going on, and then a wrestleback getting close to midway down on mat number 4, and that's Ithkus Reed Wabashaw, a freshman, taking on Cale Pickering. There's a fall out there.
190 pounds, a pin for River Valley over CFC.
He was losing I guess he was 5-2 at the time. Comes back with a fall there. So nice job by Blake Brickle as he moves into the championship for River Valley.
Yeah, nice bunch here, the River Valley Blackhawks.
So now we're getting down to close to getting in the 215 weight class. And then there will only be 275, and as Ken said, we'll look for that Hall of Fame break, we're going to call it, and then we'll come back a little bit later with championship action.
175-pound bracket or sponsors for that weight class, Richland Hospital. My sincere thanks to Shauna Connor and all of the Richland Hospital team members for sponsoring the RC Wrestling Invite today. Richards Insurance, your independent insurance agency. Be sure to give them a call as they take care of business here in Richland Center, Ithaca, and Reedsburg communities. We appreciate Rob and his family, that support. It's in the 5th generation. How about that? And one more while we got a quick chance here. We go to 190 pounds. That's where we'll be caught up then At 190 pounds, our thanks to the Riverdale Wrestling Club. Marcus Ingalls, the new head coach, and of course, Jeff Campbell still helping out. He has become the assistant coach, but due to the education administrative position that he's now holding, he decided to, step away for a bit of time, and Marcus has taken over on that. Boy, they got a nice squad here once again today in the Richland Center Invite. And the River Valley Wrestling Club and the team members, young, exciting squad here. As we've mentioned, wishing the best to the Blackhawks.
In our wrestleback action here, we want to first come to mat number 2, where Mason Jelenic had a really good first period, and he leads in his wrestleback action at 190 pounds, 7-0 over Will Whitaker of Iowa Grant Highland. Catch you up then with our championship bouts. And we're in the third period down there. Gavin Hinderman now leading 9-3 in his bout against Braxton Walter from Reedsburg. And then our other semifinal bout on mat number 3 is Braden Peterson from GET, winning 6-1 over Bennett Rhodes.
I really do think that's Pete's boy. I think about it.
He looks lanky like it, and he's tough, more so than Pete is. No. I sure do like Pete.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great asset to the sport of Wisconsin wrestling. And between him and Ernie up there, the dynasty that they brought to that area as far as wrestling against.
Yep.
Wrestling was always a key part of that area, especially at those schools there. And it's just good to see it every year now. You just keep talking about GET, MMGET kids.
It really rejuvenated things up there, didn't it?
Yep.
Well, we just got a pin for the Richland Center Hornets here on mat number 2.
You got to see that as Mason Jelenic keeps his day going with a nice pin there as he moves into the placement round. Getting close to the end of that championship bout down there, and it's still Hinderman leading 11-3 and still 6-1, in our other match. Down on mat number 4, Reed Wabashaw, he kind of ran into a real determined Cal Pickering. He's trailing in that one, and now it is going to end up losing by a technical fall down there, 16-0. So now we should be moving up to 215 in a lot of these weight classes, and I see that maybe even a 285 bout here in a wrestle.
Oh, yes.
On mat number 2. Although that's a championship. That's Grant Matthews, the fine junior from Riverdale. He's going to take on Thomas Kastner, a junior from Platteville, Belmont. So that'll be a good one down there. Hinderman did win down there 14-5, but it is wild to watch. These matches sometimes with Grant Matthews, they just don't last very long.
Yes, he's already locked up. We want to say thanks to our 215-pound weight class sponsors. That is in memory of Larry Makovic from the RV Wrestling family, and of course Coach Dan Makovic and family, along with his mother here in Ann. You know, it's kind of unique. My mom and Ann, they bowled together on Thursday morning, so it's really interesting how close people are sometimes in the communities, right?
Oh yeah, especially when you toss in sports, and bowling becomes a big part of that too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, but anyways, sincere thank you going out there, and I know my dad used to bowl with Larry just for a long time.
Yeah, they had quite a team too.
Yes, they did.
Well, now we went from a bunch of wrestleback matches. I think they aren't important, but now we have 4 semifinals out there, so we'll bring you up to date. Down there on mat number 1, we have Mason Mandarano from Belmont Platteville. He's taking on Ryan McCoy from Hillsborough. Hillsborough's biggest entry here today. 3-0 in that semifinal action between Kastner and Matthews on mat 2. But now we have Bennett Rhodes. There's a slap of a mat down there, so we better go down to that one. That was Aaron Dunnigan from GET at 215 scoring a fall against Braden. And my computer kicked out. Braden Klemp from Reedsburg. So Aaron moves on to the final action at 215 for GET. And there's another slap of the mat, and that would be Grant Matthews finally saying he wrestled long enough, and he comes up with a pin for Riverdale.
He's just so solid right there. Thanks going out to our 285-pound sponsors, and that is WCCU. You're going to find locations right here in Richland Center. 2 of them, Reedsburg, Cashton, Viroqua, and Westby, just to name a few. Your #1 auto lender in the area. And the Westby Wrestling Club reminding you of the WWF Youth Wrestling Regional Qualifier. That's coming up on March 23rd in 2025, the Westby Fieldhouse. We'll actually, I'll be there to stream that. I've been doing that now the last 3 years. It's, you think it's kind of be a little bit crazy. It is, but it's also kind of fun. You kind of spot check where people are at and some of the kids in our area. You got Richland Center, River Valley, all the way down. Lancaster will come up, and we've had wrestlers from across the state. Freedom show up, Neilsville. So, but they're going to do it again, and that'll be coming up on March 23rd. Kirk, what do we got brewing here?
Boy, we got all kinds of action going again. And we're going to go down to mat 4 first because we got Brody Brokop out there wrestling now. He just scored a takedown, and I believe he's definitely got 4 near, but he's got a nice 7-0 lead down there against John Rogers from Baraboo. Back to our mat number 3, where Peterson is wrestling. That's now 8-5 as we're in the 3rd period there for GET. Braden Peterson out in front of Bennett Rhodes from Reedsburg. And then down on mat number 1, Mangarano finally got some points, and now he's getting some more points. He gets some other Rokop down there, quickly got a pin though in the end of the period there. So he's going to move on. That'll be a fine matchup between him and Matthews. Brokop is tall, and Matthews is powerful. So we're going to see how height matches up against strength.
I tell you what, Brokop really, he's impressive with his size and stuff too. I mean, he's kind of grown into that 285.
We'll see how the height Matthews match. I know they met last year, although maybe not, because wasn't Brokop down at 215?
That's what I was going to say. I thought he was at 215.
I think he was too.
Yeah.
It'll be a great matchup in the finals. So
oh yeah,
looking forward to that one. Quite a few finals matches we're going to look forward. There's another pin down there, as we were talking about Mandarano just a few minutes ago, as he comes up with a fall, your #1 seed, and he moves on to the final, and he'll wrestle Aaron Dunnigan, a sophomore with a 9-2 record going on down there. So we're winding down quick here, Ken.
Yes.
Still though, ironically, still have a 175-pound match going on.
Isn't that weird? But there was some injury time out there, so. But yes, they'll get that one.
We might be done at mat number 4. They don't seem real fast on moving anything else out there.
Yep, they're pulling the pin and walking away.
Yep. Going to get a wrestle back down here on mat number 1. That'll be at, might even be at 175 or less, or maybe that's at 215.
So if I remember listening to Mr. Theed on this, mat 2 is going to be the championship match later on here, which is the one that you're watching in the upper right corner. 3rd place match is mat 3.
Yes.
5th place will be mat 1, which is in the upper left, which has our timestamp of December 21st on it. And then, mat 3 is going to be our 3rd place match. And then if there is going to be a 7th place match, that'll be on mat 4, and we're going to try to keep that just as you see it.
There we finally have a final here on our semifinal match on mat number 3. That is going to be Braden Peterson there from GET. He comes out with the win there.
Oh,
still got a wrestle-back match there. That might be one of those things that you mentioned before. Took a little bit for wait time here.
Yeah.
Or they just call, whatever. We're going to go down there in a second.
So you have, West B and Richland Center on mat 4.
That's Consolation at 285. Right now we have on mat number 1, we have Consolation at 2:15. Tucker Degenhart from Iowa Grand Island. He's taking on Michael Burns from Richland Center. And then on mat number 2, that's a Consolation semifinal at 285. Landon Knuth from Reedsburg. He's winning 4-3 over Caden Courier. Although Courier might have just scored some back. There's a slap of the mat there. Something ended quickly.
Yeah.
And that was Caden Coleman from Ithaca Weston comes up with a first period 30-second fall at 2:15 over Ashton Krubel from River Ridge. So now we have Kleppe down there wrestling on mat number 4. He's got an early 3-0 lead. Courier here on mat number 2 is up 7-4. I think we might, I'm not even going to fathom that yet, that we might be in the last 3, but I think we're getting close.
I would guess we got to be there. It looked like people were trying to walk away on mat 4, and then all of a sudden they got called back.
I think he's saying that the finals are going to start at 2:35 is what I thought.
2:35? Okay, what do we got now?
2 o'clock.
Oh, it is, huh?
Yep. There's a fall down there on mat number 1. That's Tucker Degenhart coming up with the fall down there for IG. Highland, got to get the Highland part in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Courier's match here with Knuth is tightened up. It's now 7-5 in the last 15 seconds there. Courier out in front. Just got to have to maintain his balance and position, and he will be moving on in the Consolation round. Kleppe now up 4-2. Oh, wow! There was a takedown by Knuth right at the end, and he nips Courier 8-7.
Boy, oh boy.
Wow, tough way to lose.
It was a really great move. It was a fireman's carry. He just stayed with it and just beat the buzzer.
There you go. Pretty tough for this Courier to be sitting there. He's a good little athlete.
Yeah.
He's sitting there behind
Matthews.
Matthews.
Yeah.
Grant Matthews got another year yet.
Oh my goodness, really? That's right.
Courier is just a good sized young man.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's weighing in at. I hope maybe he could get it down to 215, but maybe not.
7-3 your score down on mat number 4 here.
That looks like that might be our last bout here.
Yeah. That's taking on Kleppe. It's Kleppe and who's our young man from Westby again?
Bennett Nelson.
Nelson, thank
Yeah,
you.
freshman.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get some updated programs now.
Well, I was gonna see if you could work some magic there.
Yeah, my chicken scratch is good, but
we need some good.
we need some better data. We've got to get Chuck back here. He's our data man. He comes up with the good data that this guy back in first round won this or has this kind of record and stuff.
He catches that quite a bit. That's
you can tell his radio background is stronger than ours. Well, this is our last match, and we're going to go to our last period in it for this round, I better say.
10-3 your score.
You still got time if you live right here in town to buzz out here and see the Richland Center Hall of Honor. That must have started a long time ago that they call it the Hall of Honor instead of the Hall of Fame. But to me, when you walk down that hallway now with all the awards that are out there, that's the Hall of Fame hall that you can walk here in center, and the people you see there and the names you see, we mentioned several of them here earlier, Vern Pieper and Norris Hattlestead, Gordy Marchionda, Buzz McCauley, and just all kinds of, history of Richland Center wrestling out there.
Yeah. Well, you're right. Coach Pieper was before Coach Hattlestead. I saw that in the wrestling room with the conference championships, and there was Pieper, and then after that it was Hattlestead.
Yeah, there you go. 10-4 here in Kleppy's match. Just got to avoid being thrown. He does a nice job of counter throwing the young man from Westby. Down to the last minute in this round. You can already see people getting excited about gathering here at the far end here.
Yeah.
We'll call it the weight room end.
Yeah, I'll get a camera turned around, so I think we'll just go one screen on that one if we can. That'll be well worth it.
Get a shout out here. As you can see, we're showing Matt Ford down there. You look at that guy with all the furry hair over there and the camera. It's just sure great to see Nate Byer here today. I mean, if you talk about somebody, there's quite a couple other photographers in this area of the state are known. But right now, I'd say Nate's number one.
He's got to be number one, yeah.
And just the number of sports he goes to.
Yeah.
And one of the few guys you'll ever see wear shorts in the wintertime, but just does a tremendous honor to the sports here in this part of the state. And well deserved that we shout him out and say great job.
Yeah.
We get our fall there for Mr. Kleppy. And this round is complete, Ken.
Well, we hope that you've enjoyed watching this Western Wisconsin video production. It was semifinal action, both consolation and championship bracket. And we are going to take a little break and come back and watch as we have the Hall of Honor coming up here for Richland Center and some fine folks. Well, we'll have that coming up in just a little bit. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll be back very, very shortly.